And here we go. Final 9 holes. I am 8 under par, 2 off the goal of 10 under. This is hole 10 here at La Cala America course, 377 yards. Uphill into the wind. We got an OB on the left where the car path is, and it comes into play. So I'm going to make sure that I'm working the ball away from the OB. So I'm going to aim in the middle of the fairway, just hit a cut. There's a batch of trees to the right that you can hit, but once you get past those, it's pretty open. And this one was hit nicely. Started middle right side of the fairway and just cut. Unfortunately, got on the other side of this little mogul here, so I am looking up the hill pretty good. I got 97 yards. It's into the wind, and I'm going to hit a pitching wedge and just basically hit like a giant chip shot. I don't know why exactly I backed away there. Must have lost my line or something. And this thing was hit very, very nicely. I can't really see it, but I know it's going to be, it was online. And when I get up there, it is good. Actually, just about dunked that thing. So, I mean, this is a great start to the back nine, to especially after making, like, sneaking away with a birdie on hole 9, that par 5, after hitting it in the hazard and then going into this. I mean, now the momentum is really on my side. Really basic putt here, obviously. It's like a foot and a half. We're off to the hardest par 3 on this course, 237 yards. It's downhill, downwind. The pin is back right. It's a really big green, but what the design of this green does, it doesn't really give you many options to miss. Like, there's nowhere to really bail out. So I'm aiming at that batch of trees in the middle of the green there, and I'm trying to work it towards the flag. Got a 5 iron. And the dreaded double cross. It started on my line, just club face was closed, so I was drawing away, which means it's going to go longer. So it lands in the back side of the green and bounces over. Ball's above my feet a little bit here. I'm pretty much short-sighted. The green runs away from me. I got a small area that I need to land this thing in if I want to get it close. Contact was really nice. I just didn't hit it hard enough. I needed to basically land it on the downslope where my ball has ended up. And I landed it a couple feet short of that. And so, double bogey is officially in play, but I'm trying to make this damn thing. Hit it nicely, but no break. Gonna have to settle with a bogey. Unfortunate after making those 2 birdies in a row, but I'm going into a tee shot I normally really like. Hole 12 here is 400 yards. I'm going to try to hit like a low bullet draw here. And if I can land this thing actually on the left side of the fairway, it runs down to the middle. So I'm aiming right, going to try to hit a low draw. And it's just a push. So 2 really bad long irons in a row, and this one is heading right towards the hazard, and sure enough, it's in the hazard. I saw my ball just a little bit over here on the right where I couldn't hit it, so I took my drop. I got 138 yards to this pin here, into the wind pretty good. And I got a 9 iron. So with this green, there's areas that hit it long left that it'll bounce towards the hole, but if you're short right, it'll go 50 yards back. So I just made sure I was not hitting it short right, kind of playing those hills. It was nicely done. Bounced off the hill and then rolled down to about 14 feet or so. And not even close. I don't know what I was looking at there, but there's a big hill to the left that, I should have known it was going to break more. So, two bogeys in a row coming off of two birdies in a row. And this course never really lets up when you're on a slide downward. This tee shot is very difficult. Very narrow hole. It calls for a draw, but if you draw it and land it in the middle or to the left side of the fairway, it will roll down into the hazard. So I usually aim just inside of this bunker that you see out there in the distance. There's a big hill, and if I can hit a straight shot, it will bounce off that hill. And a very similar swing to that last 3-iron I just hit. Kind of got under, and it's heading out towards the bushes, which is OB, but it takes super nice bounce. Ends up in play. So I'm on a downslope here. I got 162 yards. I am a little downwind, so with this 9-iron, it's going to take some loft off, and I'm hoping that it'll jump out of this Bermuda rough. Pin is back right, so I just absolutely cannot go long. This wasn't hit bad. It just didn't really come out as hot as I was expecting. So I'm in the middle front part of the green, got about 45 feet or so. Really cool views behind me. It doesn't even look real in person, the mountains out here at this time of day. It's a really nice area to be in. So it goes up a hill and then goes back down, and I thought it was hit really well, but it still rolled out to a sketchy distance of 6 feet. And this is it, basically. I mean, if I were to make 3 bogeys in a row here, get to 6 under, I'm going to have to play my last 5 holes in 4 under par, so it's just going to be very difficult. This is a big putt. And flushed it dead center. Really happy with that one. So the goal is still alive. Like I said, there still isn't a break. This may seem like a short hole, but it's into the wind, and if you hit it in between the bunkers there on the left with like a going draw or something, you're trying to get to this pin, it'll actually bounce down past the car path out of bounds. So I got a 9-iron here. The pin's in the middle front. It's playing 161 yards again. I'm just going to try to draw one in there. And this one was hit well, but I kind of overcompensated on my last couple swings. I went out to the right, and it's going long left, but at least it's in the bunker and not out of bounds. So I'm trying to hit like a floaty bunker shot here, like a full swing, slow tempoed bunker shot. It kind of makes it come out higher and softer. So I'm landing on a downslope here. And this was hit very nicely. Left myself a good leave up the hill, 3.5 feet or so. I'm reading it right edge. Hit my line perfectly in right edge, but it went in right edge. Thankfully, that thing caught a little bit of that break to make it, but it was a good roll. So I'm going into a par 5, and normally I hit iron in this hole. I don't really like this tee shot at all because it's really narrow. But I mean, I need to make an eagle here, so I'm willing to gamble on it basically on this hole. So if I can hit a cut over the left side of these bunkers, kind of over this cart path, I'll give myself a chance at 2. And that's exactly what I did. A really high, nice kind of spinny cut. And it's a good thing I did because literally 8 feet farther left, I'm going down into the trees. So very happy with where this ends up. I can see the flag. It's uphill. I got 241 yards to this hole back left. I got a 5-wood.
Good.
And that 5-wood was so unbelievably pure. Just was drawing right at the flag. Took a bounce in the back of the green and went long. Thankfully, I left myself a really easy old chip shot here. All I got to do is land this thing a foot or two on the green. Definitely holeable. Looked really good once it landed, but lost speed. So I'm just gonna have to settle with the birdie. But that was big. And back to -8. I got 3 holes to go. Need the birdie 2 of the last 3. I know hole 18 is a very easy hole, short par 5, or play short at least. So if I can birdie this hole, which is a short par 3, 135 yards, or the next par 4, I got a really good chance of this thing. So with this hole, there's water on the right, and it's a narrow portion of the green where the pin is. And I'm not even aiming at the green. I'm trying to land this thing left on the slope here and let it work its way towards it. It's a good shot. It's my 54 degree, playing at about 115. Lands pretty much right where I want, but instead of bouncing forward and to the right, it kind of like lands and spins back to the right. But I left myself an uphill putt. Got about 22 feet here. A little slider. That putt looked really good for a long time. But I'm going to have to settle with the par. I got to birdie the last 2 to reach the goal. Pressure time. Thankfully, I'm a big fan of this tee shot. A lot of guys have a tendency to block it out right into the hazard on this hole, but there's so much room left if you can just aim, hit it anywhere towards that car path with a cut, it's going to bounce and go down into the fairway. So I'm just basically aiming at the car path. I'm going to hit a cut. And that's exactly what I did. Really nice shot here. Middle of the fairway, 82 yards. It's pretty easy to get close to this pin. Everywhere kind of funnels towards it. There's a little ridge to the right that I'm going to try to play and kind of hit like a tight draw and then have it spin off the ridge towards the hole. The contact was there, it just didn't quite draw as much as I want, so I didn't get that nice right to left spin once it landed. But it's still relatively close here, 15 feet. Yeah, it's a big putt.
Come on, dude. Go.
Can't be much happier to be in this position right now. I mean, so 9 under going to the last hole is 556 yards. This is the last really nervous shot because if I leave this thing outright and bail, I'm going to have 250 yards in. And if I pull it left, it's out of bounds. But I got to hit a strong draw over this cart path here, and I can actually hit it 400 plus yards and have a wedge in. So it all comes down to this tee shot here.
Yes. On that thing.
The thing was crushed. I mean, I got 130 yards down to this pin here. I mean, it was only about 5, 6, 7 feet away from going down another 60 yards. Very steep slope that this thing runs off on. So I got a 54 degree, playing at 118 yards. It's -12, and I'm just aiming to the middle part of the green and just kind of working towards the flag. And literally could not have hit that one any better. Lands just past pin high, takes a bounce forward, and then spins back to about 10 feet or so. And this is for eagle. And I definitely want to make this one. I want to finish off real strong here.
Guys, thanks a lot for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. The last 2 rounds here have been wonderful. Today was a struggle. I fought my swing all day, and I somehow managed to dig deep and pull it off and get the goal down. So I'm very, very happy. This is actually very similar to how I played like this type of round today in the tournaments this year, but a lot of the putts that were coming down the stretch I would miss, and then I ended up shooting over par. So to turn it around, and I don't know, I'm stoked. So guys, thanks again. Always remember, oh wait, before I do that, special thanks to everyone out here at Cala. Robert Mitchell, the GM, has been so kind to let me out and play and film and really be able to grind during this break. Special thanks to Fabian Lozano for teaching me a lot of things this last couple weeks. It's been wonderful. If you're ever out in Spain in the Malaga area, be sure to play Cala. There's 3 courses out here, and as you can see, all of them are beautiful. Thanks a lot, everybody. Always remember, keep on grinding.